Hello, everybody. Welcome to Dollar Sweelick Tactics. It's dire days for Marvel Future Revolution. Even though the end is nigh, I'm still gonna do one of these videos because I don't know how many more I got in me. This is the state of my account. For those of you that are finally finding me, it is I started this game, Marvel Future Revolution, in January of this year. So I don't know how many months that is. It's closer to a year. We'll just say it's 3/4 of a year. Not free to play. And in this video segment, I basically go over my account, what I did this last week, what increases I made, and what I plan to do in the following week. Now, squad rank, as you see, 269. Last week, I was 266. So once again, I added 3 squad ranks onto my Black Widow. But it is Monday after the reset, and I did do all my battle challenge. So it's getting down to the point now where it's about 2.5, or it's 2 to 3, depending on what I do that week in squad rankings that I'm tacking on, which would make sense given that I'm pushing 270. My Black Widow is 2.636. Last week she was 2.63. So really, I made no real power increases to my Black Widow. Wolverine was 2.06. He went up because I worked on one of his specializations that gave him attack power for his HP recovery, so he got a big boost from that. Spider-Man, 1666. Last week he was 1627 again. I'm not sure where the power increase came on him, but it's likely... Oh, a card. It's his cards, because his cards are actually almost set. And then Black Widow, 1.617. Last week she was... Not Black Widow, Scarlet Witch. Last week she was 1.591. So she's gone up a little bit too. So not a whole bunch. Not a whole bunch of increases on my main. And then marginal increases on my next 3. The rest of the characters in my roster you guys don't need to see. But they're basically around, 1.48 and then 1 million or 1.2, 1.11, right? So you get the picture. After these 4, they really fall off in power. So first I want to show you my Spider-Man, because after this video I am going to waste all of the gold I have, and I'm going to try to destroy my roster. And by destroy, I mean switch mains over to Wolverine. Now Spider-Man does have this Sakaar. This Sakaar will be going over my Black Widow, but that'll be the last thing on my list, gold dependent. But his card, since he's going to be the second biggest character in my roster after Wolverine, and it looks like my kid broke one of my Legos. Yep. The sidetrack. So his cards are done. So these are his cards except for this Star-Lord card. This Star-Lord card is going to be going over to Scarlet Witch. So keep in mind he's going to get the Captain Marvel, Magik. I got this card this week. That's where his big power bump came from. And then an attack Spider-Man. So he's got the 2 melee range damage decrease. He's going to have the Storm card, which we'll show you on my Wolverine. So he will have the 2 PvP cards, a crit damage card, and an attack card. I'm not going to look at his power or his stats or anything, because those are going to change once I move his gear over. Going up the list, Wolverine is going to be my main here within the hour. I'm going to make a video doing all that, discussing that, and we'll put that one out, I don't know, Wednesday, we'll say, because this will come out tomorrow. So Wolverine, if we go straight to his cards, as you see, this card I 6-starred in anticipation of moving it over to Spider-Man. And then, you know how Spider-Man had that Star-Lord attack card? So these other 5 cards are going over to my Scarlet Witch, except for this Crossbones cards, because Scarlet Witch does have 1 special card at 5 stars. So she will have the Captain Marvel. She's going to be getting, this is an attack, this is an attack, and then she's also going to be getting the attack from Star-Lord, and then she already has a Captain America attack card. So she's got lots and lots of attack cards. She definitely needs this special card, but she also needs the Storm card. Now, tomorrow is the day when we get our selector. And to tell you the truth, I'm very, 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 very much contemplating using this to get the Storm PvP decrease card for her, because then at least my Wolverine will have the full PvP cards, my Spider-Man will have the full PvP cards, and then Scarlet Witch will also have a 6-star Storm PvP decrease card, but then she's still, you know, the cooldown decrease is mandatory, but then she's going to have 3 attack cards, which isn't great, but it is what it is. Unless I want to take over this Crossbones card right away, because it does have PvP increase as the bonus stat and crit damage, and obviously this would change when we move it over to Scarlet Witch. So these are the cards that are going over to Scarlet Witch, minus the Storm card that's going over to Storm. And remember, the Star-Lord card that Storm card is going to Spider-Man. And remember, I have that Star-Lord card on Spider-Man, which should be going over Scarlet Witch. Gear-wise, not the best set. It's a Hydra set on him, but it does have 2 nanos. This is the set that I am going over to Spider-Man, because Scarlet Witch already has Rise of the East. I know Scarlet Witch benefits from the Hydra stuff, but I would much rather have it on Spider-Man. The stats aren't great. You know, crit damage, you know, the crit rate's nice, I get. Attack. I think this has attack on too. No. 1 accuracy, 2 crit damage card. The stats aren't ideal. It does have 1 dodge, which, oh well, it is what it is. And then, you know, ultimate gauge, meh, doesn't really help Spider-Man a whole bunch, but it is 6-star 2 nano gear, which my Spider-Man will benefit from, because then he will have all special badges, which these badges, let me move my head. These badges will go over to Spider-Man. This is the ideal set for DD, which Spider-Man is best at. And then my Black Widow badge is obviously coming over to Wolverine. So it'll be Wolverine, Spider-Man, Scarlet Witch, 1, 2, 3. And then when we go on to the piece de resistance, the Black Widow, which, you know, Black Widow, when I started, was very meta. She was very, very tip at the meta. It was like Black Widow and Iron Man, because Captain Marvel had just got nerfed. Spider-Man wasn't dominant yet, but he was in the picture. But Black Widow was considered one of the top 3 meta PvP tunes, with her, Iron Man, and Spider-Man. So I picked her. She's been my main all the way through. Just rocking this nice little black little leather Gucci outfit. It's probably not Gucci, but I like the accessories and blah, 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 blah. But her time has come in DD and in OW. It's all Spider-Man and Scarlet Witch, and I'm not having fun in those modes anymore, and those were the primary modes I liked. So I'm going to move to Wolverine and see what happens. It's just gold. It's just gold. In a month, if I'm still here, I can switch back, except all of her stats are going to be screwed. I'm going to have to blow up one of her chest piece, because she's got way too much crit damage that Wolverine's going to be wasted on. I would much rather have some crit rate, since Wolverine has 10% lower base crit rate than my Black Widow. But as you see, her stats, accuracy 158. Wolverine has 5% higher base accuracy, so it's going to be like 163, which is nice. Crit rate, he is lacking. He's actually going to be about 65, so I'm going to need to get some crit rate on my chest. And then she's way over crit damage. I'm hopefully going to transfer some of that over into crit rate. But then defense pierce, he's higher on. And then the badges, most of this comes from this cooldown, most of it comes from my badges. So he should be close. And then PvP will be exactly the same if I can roll the right exclusives, which will put him pretty much maxed at PvP. These are the gear that's going on him. Let me move my head so you can see the badges. So all of this Eye of Osiris, really good stuff. So obviously 2 crit rate, crit damage, and 2 accuracy is perfect. This is perfect, right? 3 crit damage decrease. Awesome. This one, not too bad. Cooldown decrease, really good for Wolverine. Ultimate gauge and HP. HP can't go wrong with Wolverine. I'd almost want that to be HP recovery. But, you know, 2 on the boots, so we get some more HP there. The only piece that's going to need some tweaking is this headpiece right here, because since I want to be 350% crit damage capped with my Black Widow, which she's close to right now without any enhancers, I have 4 big, juicy rolls of crit damage. I can lose a little bit of defense pierce because Wolverine has a higher base defense pierce, but ideally I need 2 rolls of crit rate on that, but to cap my Wolverine with his base stats and his badges that are going over too. So these are the badges that are going over. The reason they're not ideal, Obviously, I like these two because this one provides a base boost to attack, and this one a base boost to stamina recovery. And then all of the Thanos have cooldown. So he's gonna need all of that cooldown once I get him too. So it's gonna be really interesting how this all plays out. The cards is what's gonna cost me all the gold. If you guys saw my last video when I talked about flip-flopping, these are the cards that are all going over, right? 2 PvP cards, a crit damage, 2 attack cards, and the veteran card. Yes, and he needs all of the PvP stats. Obviously, this one, defense pierce. So then there's a decrease, a defense pierce, an increase, a decrease, and a decrease. So we will just roll those with gold, and we'll just let the chips fall where they may. This is going to blow up my roster for a little bit because I'm probably not going to have all the gold to transfer the gear from Wolverine over to Spider-Man and whatnot. So I am going to be somewhat crippled after tonight. But it is what it is. I will build back up, right? It's just gold. It's just gold to do all this stuff, right? It's just, it takes a lot of gold. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. There's the state of my account for October 3rd, 2022. Now I want to discuss some in-game stuff. So this morning, when I logged out because I thought there was going to be an update, and it always asks you to log out so you don't screw up your account, even though I don't know how it would. So I didn't farm overnight because there was an update coming. But this update is horrible. Like, the game at this point is so far gone, it doesn't even want my money. In previous videos, I said I would buy the small daily perk, which gives training grounds tickets, and then I would buy the Omega Pass. Fully thought there would be an Omega Pass, which I would spend on. It's like $9 Canadian, but there isn't one. They don't even want my money. That's a bad sign for a company that's struggling. Obviously, if they've had to cut all their devs and stuff, that they're not even putting in stuff that people are willing to buy. So, hence the reason why I said screw it. You know, this game might shut down in a month. So, screw it. I'm going to go play Wolverine, and I'm going to see if I can get some enjoyment out of that while this game still goes. No, there's zero changes to the store. All of these timers are just Wolverine timers, right? Like, all of this stuff, all the event bundles, these are all just the Wolverine bundles, 28-day timers. They didn't give any extra October bundles or October deals. They didn't give any Epic Invasion related, like, you can't buy the seals anywhere, nothing. It's just, they just look when I scan here, it's just the alpha, omega, and premium perks. Just the perks. I don't know if they think that's gonna get them alone, which these are the best deals in the game, but yeah. And one kicker that I really love is that people were hoarding dimension box tickets. There's nothing to pull on. There is no associated bonuses to give you seals, invasion tickets, alloys, nothing. It's the worst possible. There's nothing to draw on, right? Just summon companion, base chances, nothing. Nothing. There's nothing. They just are like, nah, we're done. We're just gonna give you the absolute bare minimum. Like, the fact that they gave us this crafting event, which is on Rocket Raccoon, by the way, it's all garbage. Like, you know what I'm gonna buy with my stuff? I'm probably gonna buy gold. This thing right here. What? Yeah, no, I'm gonna need gold and draw tickets. Draw tickets that you can't even use to draw on anything because there's no banners. It's stupid. So yeah, so her inventory, you see, is pretty much bare because I'm moving everything to Wolverine. So I'm really disappointed. Like I said, I woke up this morning and I thought I was going to quit today. Not today. Of course, if I'm going to quit, I'm going to give my alliance a 1-week notice. Don't want to leave them high and dry, especially not on a Monday after reset. But I was pissed. I was absolutely pissed. Oh, there's Quick Torch. I can tell it's Quick Torch by his outfit. So yeah, we'll switch over to Wolverine here shortly and see how it goes. So stay tuned for that video because it's gonna be a bloodbath. Not gonna lie. So sorry for the down energy in this one, guys, but it is what it is. This was a game that I really enjoyed. It had the legs, but the company killed it. I'm sure the devs, good people, they're just doing what the company tells them. It's not their fault. The people above them driving this ship failed us, and we'll see what happens in the coming weeks, if I'm here or not. So again, sorry for the down energy. Give me a like or not, is what it is. If I get any views, cool. Put Penguin in the chat if you made it to the end of this. Or no, not Penguin. The word of the day is going to be depression. Because that's what I felt this morning when I logged into the game and saw what wasn't there. So put depression in the comments, please. And I will catch you in the next one, guys. Cheers, peace, bye-bye.